She paid every single bill on time. Her reward still disappeared. $27.9 billion. That is what Americans left unredeemed in 2024. 71% of Americans carry a rewards card. Most can't explain how the math works. He put everything on the card that year: rent, groceries, the copay, the gas. Every swipe was supposed to build up to something: a flat, a statement credit. The app showed $1.60 back for every 100 he spent, per the CFPB. He didn't spend less. He actually spent more, because that's what the card was designed to do. That number didn't land there by accident. Somebody ran the math first. We need to talk. Here's what they don't put in the commercial. The reward isn't the product. You are the product. The spending is the product. The points are the receipt. Chase made $14 billion in profit last quarter. $1.60 came back to you. That's not generosity. That's the fee they kept after paying you off just enough to stay. 75% of Americans believe rewards cards make people spend more than they should. That's per a survey cited in federal research. They know, and they designed it that way. The MIT Sloan School ran the study. Credit cards reduce the pain of paying. They literally call it releasing the brakes. The rewards just press the gas a little harder. You're not spending to earn points. You're spending because the points made spending feel free. And honestly, that's not even the part that should really bother you yet. Somebody designed this whole thing from the inside, and I'm going to show you exactly how. There's a fee you've never seen on any statement. It's called an interchange fee. Every time you swipe a rewards card, the merchant pays 1.5 to 3%. That's not a fee you pay. The store pays it. But the store isn't eating it. They bake it into the price. Every single product on every single shelf, per Federal Reserve research. So when you pay cash at the same store, you're still paying that fee. You get nothing back. Then Burr ran the numbers. Interchange transfers $30 billion a year from cash users to rewards cardholders. Cash and debit users subsidize the miles and cashback of people with better credit scores. That's not a side effect. That's the designed output of the system, documented by economists. Now here's where Chase and Amex come in. Rewards cards carry higher interchange rates, on purpose. The fancier the card, the more the merchant pays. The honor all cards rule means they can't say no. Per the Federal Reserve's own published rate schedules, the highest reward cards exceed to percent per swipe. In 2022, the 6 largest issuers spent $6 to $7.9 billion on reward redemptions. That sounds like a lot going back to you. It's not. They made multiples of that in interest alone. The average credit card interest rate in 2025 is 21.3% per bank rate. Interest drives roughly $8 of every $10 of issuer profit in this business. So the rewards bring you in. The interest is where they actually get paid. That's the model. And that's not even the part that should really bother you. There's still one more layer. Hang on. There's a term inside the industry for the money they make when you don't redeem. It's called breakage. Programs routinely record 10 to 20% breakage rates. Those are points issued that never come back. For context, Delta's loyalty program generated $7 billion in revenue in 2024 alone. American Airlines used AAdvantage as collateral for a $10 billion loan during the pandemic. Points are assets. Your unredeemed miles aren't sitting in an account. They're sitting on a balance sheet. The company booked them as revenue the moment you stopped being likely to redeem them. That's not speculation. That's how loyalty program accounting works per standard financial reporting. 22% of cardholders lose points after account closure without any warning, per industry data. You close the card, the points disappear. That's not fine print. That's the whole design. Citi thank you points expire after 36 months of inactivity. That clock runs quietly in the background. When American Airlines revised its award chart in 2023, some routes jumped 40% overnight. No notice, no compensation, just a new number where the old one used to be. The CFPB flagged this in its May 2024 issue Spotlight on Rewards programs. They documented programs that suddenly raised the miles needed for a $100 gift card by 25%. The redemption value isn't set in stone, it's set by them, and it changes when it benefits them. And that's not even the part that should really bother you. There's still one more layer underneath this. Here's the twist they never put in the commercial. Look at it from their side for a second. You earn 1.6 cents per dollar spent. You carry a balance. You pay 21.3%. The math on that isn't close. 1.6 cents doesn't survive contact with 21% interest. But the rewards made you feel like the card was working for you. That's the whole point. 4 in 5 cardholders make at least some effort to earn rewards, per Bankrate's Chasing Rewards survey. 52% of Americans admit to making impulsive purchases on their cards at least every few months. That's not a character flaw. That's the designed output of a system built to exploit pain reduction. They called it releasing the brakes. MIT said it. The card is the gas pedal. Now look at it from their side, just for a second, because this is where it gets clear. They don't need you to redeem your points. They need you to keep swiping to earn them. Every swipe generates interchange. Every carried balance generates interest. The points are just the motivation layer. The 6 largest issuers spent $6 to $7.9 billion on redemptions in 2022. They collected multiples of that in interchange and interest in the same year. The math works for them. Reward complaints rose 71% in 2023 compared to pre-pandemic years, per CFPB data. People figured out the value wasn't what the commercial promised. The CFPB called it bait and switch. 18% of major issuers raised redemption thresholds last year. Your points got worth less overnight. They didn't take your points. They just quietly changed how many you needed to get anything back. Southwest devalued Rapid Rewards points by 6% in 21 and 4% in 24. That's 10% gone across to quiet announcements most people never saw on points already earned. 70% of Americans would support a law capping credit card interest if it meant losing rewards. Per the Clever Real Estate survey, they'd trade the points for the rate. That tells you everything. The system was designed for the person who pays in full every month with a high credit score. 82% of all reward redemptions come from superprime cardholders, per industry data. If you carry a balance, the rewards card is a net negative every single time, no exception. That's not a hot take. That's 1.6 cents against 21.3%. Run the math. There is actually a way out of this, a real one, not a blog post about cutting the coffee. They're counting on you never finding it. The system runs on you're not knowing this part. Let's change that right now, because this next part is where the money actually stays in your pocket. First tool, stop optimizing the rewards. Start optimizing the rate. That's the only math that matters. If you're carrying a balance and chasing points, you're paying 21% to earn 1.6 cents. That trade doesn't work. It has never worked. The card company knows that. You needed to know it too. Call your issuer. Ask for a rate reduction, not a temporary offer, a permanent one. Federal law gives you the right to request a review. They don't advertise it, but it exists. 60% of people who call and ask for a rate reduction get one, per consumer research. The call takes 8 minutes. The savings can run into hundreds of dollars over a single year. That one works, but the next one is the one they really don't want you to know. Second tool. If you have a rewards card with an annual fee, audit it once a year, every year. The average annual fee more than doubled from $62 in 2015 to $127 in 24. Per the CFPB's 2025 report, fewer people paying fees, each one paying more. Add up every benefit you actually used last year, not the ones on the brochure, the ones you used. If the number is lower than the fee, you're paying Chase or Amex to hold points you'll probably never redeem. Downgrade the card, don't close it. Closing it can hurt your score and vaporize your points balance. Ask for a product change to the no-fee version of the same card. That option exists. Third tool, treat your points like a perishable, not a savings account. That is what they are. $27.9 billion in unredeemed rewards expired or was forfeited in 24 alone. The average household lost $583 in rewards they had already earned but never claimed. That's not points that were hard to earn. Those were points sitting there waiting to be used. Redeem quarterly. Set a reminder. Points that sit past 90 days start drifting toward someone else's balance sheet. Fourth tool. If you're a cash or debit user, you've been subsidizing rewards cardholders this whole time. $30 billion a year flows from cash users to rewards cardholders through merchant price markups. Per the NBER, you can't stop that transfer, but you can stop being the one funding it. A flat 2% cashback card with no annual fee and no categories changes that math immediately. That one works. But the last one is the one they've never once mentioned in any commercial, ever. This last one isn't on any list you've ever seen. I've looked. It's not there. It's called an exact reason notice, and it is your legal right under the Equal Credit Opportunity Act. If a lender takes any adverse action on your account, they are required by federal law to tell you why. That includes rate increases, credit limit reductions, or any change that makes your terms worse. Most people accept the letter. They read we've updated your terms and they move on. Don't move on. You have 30 days to request the specific reason in writing. They are legally required to respond. That response gives you the exact data point they used against you. score, utilization, or history. You now know what they know, and you can dispute it, correct it, or use it to negotiate directly. This isn't theoretical. The ECOA has been federal law since 1974. It is just never advertised. Here's why it matters. A rate increase quietly eats every point you'll earn for months. 21.3% interest on a carried balance wipes out your rewards in 11 days. The exact reason notice stops the clock. It gives you the specific lever they pulled and hands it back. No lawyer, no credit counselor. One certified letter. 30 days. A legal response they cannot ignore. They built the rewards program to keep you swiping. The ECOA was built to keep them honest. Use it. The reward was real. The math just wasn't for you.